A little bit of criticism from a longtime customer. The fit on this one is terrible, but I just looked under the details online and it's 65% recycled polyester. Huh. It is officially summer at DÔEN, and today I'm going to be walking through some pieces that I picked up from the first drop. I'm really excited. There's some really nice prints and colors that are coming into the assortment, and also there are a few new fabrics that I want to talk about as well that haven't been seen before. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. I'm Maddie, and if you are not new, welcome back. I'm really excited to start discussing the pieces, so let's just get right on into it. So the first item I picked out is the traveler top in this new floral poppy print. I think we're seeing a lot more floral prints at not just DÔEN, lots of other retailers too. It's not really that new, you know, of course we always see floral prints in the summer, but I feel like I am seeing more and more this kind of traditional, like, you know, easy floral. Like, we've kind of been seeing some abstract ones for the last couple years here, and I think they also fell out of fashion a little bit, especially with like trends over the last 2 years. People have been leaning more into neutrals, so I think it's actually kind of refreshing to see them bringing back more floral print tops. I really like this poppy print. I mainly wanted to try it because I wanted to see if the colors appeared the way that they do online. I think it's a little bit more vibrant in person than it appears on the website, but in general, I wasn't surprised too much. So I got the traveler top here in a size extra small, and I really like this silhouette. I actually don't own the traveler top. I own the Nira top, which is the traveler top with sleeves. I really like the eyelet detailing around the neckline here, as well as the really pretty ribbon that is all throughout the upper part of the neck. On the Nira top, this isn't an adjustable feature. However, on the traveler top, it is adjustable. So if that is something that bothered you about the Nira top, if it was falling off your shoulders, I would actually try the traveler, because at least this newer version has an adjustable neckline, which is really nice. Now, this poppy print is not 100% cotton. This is I think it's a 50-50 split between cotton and viscose, but it honestly reads like cotton. It doesn't really feel that viscosy to me at all, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised by that. I really like this silhouette, and I really like that you can wear the buttons open or all the way buttoned up or down here. I think it makes it a little bit more versatile than one might think. You can wear it with high-waisted pants and leave the bottom buttons down. That's what I kind of tend to do. So overall, I really like this one, and I think that there's a lot of versatility with it, and I think that it could make a good addition to my closet. Next, let's discuss a little bit of a disappointment for me. I ordered here the Julia dress, and I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I think it was 2 years ago, DÔEN had a very similar silhouette to this in this same gingham print. It was called the Julie dress. Very, very similar. I think they probably have updated some of the details and given it a different name or whatever. But anyway, I missed out on that one 2 years ago, and I really, really wanted to add it to my closet. So when this one came into their summer assortment, I was really excited. I like the shape of it, and I like the neckline a lot. It has like this really thick cording around the neckline here, which I think helps it stay in place and also gives it kind of some nice shape, considering the rest of this dress is just cotton. But I think in general it's cut really well, so I'll give them points for that. The one thing that I was kind of surprised by is that I was expecting this to be a seersucker gingham and have a little bit of texture to it. I think that that would have made it feel like it was worth the price, because this is actually quite expensive for what it is, in my opinion. I know DÔEN is a little bit higher priced, but in general, I feel like their detailing kind of makes up for that. They seem to put a lot of extra thought into their garments, and they add a lot of extra additional things onto them that cost more, quite frankly. When I saw that this wasn't seersucker, I don't know, it kind of made my heart sink a little bit just because I am a little nervous. I've been a fan for, I don't know, like 6 years now maybe, and I know that they are getting quite popular and commercialized, and I'm just kind of hoping that this isn't a sign that things are going downhill. Not to be pessimistic, I will not be pessimistic about DÔEN yet. I just feel like this was one thing that kind of made me pause. Anyway, I do like the cut of this. It's like a really nice A-line shape. One thing that I really love about DÔEN's summer dresses is that they're just really easy to throw on. I know some people don't really like the sack dress look. I like having a bunch of easy options in my closet for summertime because I find them quite breathable. I'm not really concerned with them looking too oversized. I'm not like trying to go for flattering and skin tight over here. I'm just trying to be comfortable. So I do really like this one, and I do feel like I would wear it a lot in the summer. But I think for the price, I'm just a little bit disappointed on the lack of detail. I didn't mention what size I got this one in. I actually decided to select it in the extra, extra small. I remember that the Julie dress ran quite big, and this one follows kind of same pattern, and it does too. I feel like the extra, extra small is perfect for me. It's really crazy how in DÔEN styles, I can range from an extra, extra small to a small depending on the style. So a little tricky with sizing, but overall my rule of thumb is if it's like a more oversized looking style, I usually size down. So the reason that I'm disappointed in the no seersucker is because I know that they can do it, and it's funny because they did do it in another dress in this same collection. I'm pulling it out. I ordered it too. So this is the Baleine dress, and this is the same print, but they used a seersucker technique on this one and not on this one. I feel like this must have been a conscious choice to not make this one seersucker because they did it in this one. And I don't know if they were just trying to differentiate or if the seersucker just didn't like work out or something in the shorter version. This dress though is really pretty, and I really like this one, and I think the details on this one are worthy of the price of it. So this is the Baleine dress, and this kind of follows the same silhouette as a few of their other dresses. I forget all of the names. I think one of them is the Benoit dress or something. I did try that one on too, and same silhouette. So very skinny, corded strap, has that same kind of cording around the neckline here as the Julia dress does. So it stays in place and it feels really secure up top. So secure that I feel like you can get away without wearing a bra, which is really nice, especially because we have skinny straps here and it's summertime and you want to be comfortable and it's hot. The inner lining kind of also has these bands on the inside, which I think kind of hold everything in place. So really nice, good structure. I really like this gingham in seersucker. I think it feels appropriate for the season, and it just makes it feel a little bit more elevated and nice. This dress does have a zipper down the side seam here, so you're actually there. Oh yeah, there is a side seam. Didn't think there was for a second there. I was confused. Zipper down the side seam, and it makes it really easy to put on and off, and it also allows for the top here to be fitted. I always get this style of dress from DÔEN in a size small, just because the extra small I find a little tight on my rib cage. So I always size up in this style just because it is a little bit more fitted up top. Now, I'm not sure if I need this dress in my closet. I am kind of careful with how many dresses I own that have skinny straps like this because I'm quite fair and I like to cover up my skin in the summertime. So I know that if I were to wear this dress, it would not be during like the peak hours of the day. And for that, it just makes it a little less wearable for me than it might be for somebody else. So I really like this shape. I would encourage everyone to try out this shape. There's a couple other dresses that are in a similar cut. I'm not sure if it's perfect for me, but I do really enjoy this one. So I would recommend. You know what? I just said all that. I didn't realize, I normally don't do this, but because I just assumed based on the past years that this was 100% cotton and it feels like 100% cotton. But I just looked under the details online and it's 65% recycled polyester and only 35% cotton. The Julia dress is 100% cotton. So something with their decision to make this seersucker must have made the fabric that blend. Which is a little strange to me because you can definitely, seersucker should be 100% cotton in my opinion. I don't recommend this one anymore. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't like recycled polyester. I don't like polyester, and I don't think recycled polyester is much better. I think it's nice that the industry is trying to find a solution to the impacts of polyester by using recycled versions of it. The thing is, it's like not really that much better because the main issue with polyester is how it pollutes our water system when we wash garments. Little microplastics break off of the fibers and they get into water every time you wash it. So that's my main issue with polyester. And then of course, like the processing as well creates an impact in the countries and places that it is created. So I can't believe I didn't notice that. I might not recommend this one anymore, but it looks like, yeah, both of the gingham styles are recycled poly and cotton. So I personally do not want to wear polyester, especially in the summertime because it does not breathe. So you will sweat probably more than you would in this dress if it was 100% cotton. So I take whatever I said back. I take it back. Wow, okay. Little bit of a shock during this summertime review. Next, let's get into some new fabric techniques that I have not seen from DÔEN yet. It's possible that they have done this before and I just have missed it, but me personally, I have not seen them do this or wasn't paying attention enough. So for research, I tried out the Marcella dress. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, Maddie, this color is really not good on you. I know, this is not my color. This is not meant for me. I'm aware of that, but I wanted to try out this fabric for research. So DÔEN uses viscose. This is 100% viscose. They use viscose in quite a lot of their garments, but I've never really seen them use viscose that is like this silky kind of version with, I think this is a jacquard. Yes, like this jacquard texture. I decided to order it for research purposes because especially in the summertime, they release some occasion wear that can be worn to events and weddings, etc. After trying this on, my personal opinion is that the fabric is fine. I actually quite like the fabric. It has a really nice weight to it. It feels really substantial. I think that you could wear this to an event and you'd be really comfortable. It's not staticky. I like the jacquard pattern. It's nice. I was excited about the silhouette because I love the one shoulder tie and I thought it looked quite swingy and pretty. The fit on this one is terrible. This armhole is a lot shorter than this one. And what happens is that I was wearing just a normal bra when I tried this on. Like half of my bra band shows on this side and only a little bit shows on this side. It was very weird. So undergarments might be difficult with this dress. It creates like this really weird baggy effect. Like half of the dress is super baggy on one side. I think it was this side. It was bagging out weird. On the shorter side, I kind of had like extra material flopping around and this side kept trying to like fall off my shoulder. It was just weird. The fit is weird and I didn't really like the length. I just didn't really find this to be a well-fitting dress, at least for my body type. It's possible I was wearing it wrong, but I just really didn't like this and I do not think this is worth the money. It also came with this little sash. When I saw this online, I didn't realize that the dress had two parts to it. I don't know. I see it now that I'm looking at it, but I just didn't realize it was like a two-part thing. So overall, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of the fit of this. I can see on the model that You are supposed to wear it off the shoulder, hence the uneven armholes, but it just like was not a silhouette that worked well on my body type. Finally, I tried this same fabric in the Louisa dress. I thought this silhouette looked a lot cleaner and prettier, and so I decided to also compare this one. So same fabric as before, really lovely, thick, silky viscose with this beautiful floral jacquard print. And I think what's nice about the weight of this fabric is, especially in white, it's really not that sheer. So I see what they're trying to do here, especially with occasion wear. I think it's quite nice and substantial. I didn't mention it before, but I did get the last dress in a size small, and I also got this one in a size small. Anytime there is this side seam zipper, I know that it's gonna be a little bit more fitted in the rib cage, and I need to size up in styles that do that. So overall, I would say if you're between two sizes, I would go with the bigger one in this case. I really like the seaming on this dress. There is this kind of like V seam, which creates a really nice shape throughout the whole garment. I felt actually really good in this one and really comfortable and really pretty. This one went all the way to the top of my shoes for me. I'm 5'3", so this is a full-length dress on anybody who's petite, probably a little bit more of an ankle-length dress if you're taller than that. Once again, it has the same cowl neck, so this part tucks under, and you can't really see through it when the garment is on, which is nice. It also has the button clasp here in the back. On some of their other dresses, this piece is elastic. This one is just fabric, so I did find it a little harder to do it on my own. You might need some help getting into this style. Overall, I really like this dress. I think this is a really great option if you are a bride or you're graduating and you need a white dress, or really any other occasion you need a white dress. It is really nice, it's really pretty, it's simple, I think it's really elegant. So overall, I give DÔEN points for this one. I don't think that I have an occasion to be wearing this currently, but I definitely recommend it for anyone that does. It's really, really nice. And it's possible we'll see this one also go on sale in the future. I'm not sure if this will be a sellout from DÔEN, but it is kind of a nice surprise, I think. A good note to end on, if you will. So that is everything that I tried out from DÔEN this round. I don't know if there were any wins, unfortunately. They've kind of been letting me down a little bit lately. I was not really as enthusiastic about this first drop of summer as I usually am. So hopefully part 2 or 3 or something is a little bit better. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm not sure. I was a little shocked by the recycled polyester in the gingham dress. That was something that I've never seen from them before, and I'm still kind of adjusting to that, not to be dramatic. The reason I like DÔEN so much is because, at least when they started, they used a lot of natural fibers. They pay attention to design. It always felt like they were doing something different from other retailers. I hope that maybe they take some feedback on that and revisit it. I know that especially the retail environment right now is not the best with our production lines. It's a little tough. I've worked in retail for a long time, so I get it. But I do think that brands that have built their customer base and their brand image off of some of these details should be mindful when they are making decisions going forward. I know that there's a lot of factors involved in that, including a lot of money, so I understand, but a little bit of criticism from a longtime customer. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.